I love growth. Everyone wants to be happy, healthy, and wealthy. And the beauty of life lies in progress. The journey of progress is what creates our persona. You and I are born rich, rich with talent and capabilities locked up within us. But we're not born with talents and abilities that are ready to be served or to be used. When you buy the latest mobile phone, it comes with the advanced features ready for you to use. But for us humans, our talents and abilities come to life as we learn and grow and are exposed to several things. In fact, for us to use our talents and capabilities or abilities, they need to be discovered, nurtured, and expressed to the world in the way of our personal or social living or professional offerings. From infancy to adulthood, we go through a series of small formations. And we believe these small formations brings out a transformed adult who's ready to take what comes ahead in life. And every individual, no matter what the status they hold in life, wants to have a reasonable motive to progress or improve their lifestyle or wealth or sustain what they possess. And by wealth, I mean not just monetary wealth, but also the intellectual wealth, the dreams that we have, the talents and capabilities that we hold. And whoever is progressing is happier than the ones who feel they're stuck or stagnant or don't know what's next. As human race, we have transformed over the centuries. Growth in technology has transformed significantly, has contributed significantly. The usage of internet and data alone has transformed the way that we live and work. Classrooms have transformed by its systems and tools enhancing the learning experience. The progress in aviation has transformed or is transforming the travel industry. And today, I'd like to share with you how sports has been a catalyst in progressing my persona. I love football, and it all started when I was 6 years old. I was in second grade, and our trucks used to drop us to the school about 30-40 minutes earlier. And during this time, before the classes began, a few senior boys used to play football, and I began to play. And ever since, I love football, and I'm thankful that I did. I'm not a professional football player. I represented my school and university, but football has significantly contributed to the personality traits that I hold. I was average with academics, and hence I didn't have great opportunities in the classroom, so the scope of my development was all from sports and my involvement with sports. So I'd like to share a few of those personality traits which sports enabled in my life. The first one is good reflexes. One day in Lavasa, after a day's work, I was feeling accomplished and I was walking down to the market area to have dinner. It was pitch dark, no street lights. You could hardly see about 2-3 feet in front of you. And as I was walking, I was about to step on something, what seemed like a tire. But in an instant, I jumped over and didn't stamp on it. But after I jumped, in my guts, I knew it wasn't a tire. So I switched on the flashlight on my phone and then saw it was a viper snake. I panicked and I was nervous, but yet I was thankful for the good reflexes that was nurtured in me that could save me at that moment. 2, a winning mindset. Every team in sports, every team needs a winning team, or every sport needs a winning team to win. That's why you would usually see professional clubs would always bring great players on board. IPL auction is one of a good example. But in schools, we're not privileged with that. You've got to play with the players who are there in the school. And when I was in 11th standard, we were lucky to have an amazing team. Our coach knew this was the winning team. And we were aspiring to reach nationals that year. We were playing the regionals finals, and it was in the home ground of our opponents, and the referee favored them, and we lost that match. The whole team, including our coach, was disappointed and frustrated with the loss. Some of the players, including me, we didn't want to play football anymore. But in a week's time, we were back for practice sessions, preparing for the next tournament. I learned that no matter what is happening, or I learned to have a winning mindset, even in the midst of failure, even when I don't know or when I'm not sure if there is success, I learned to hold a winning mindset. And that helps me in my personal and professional endeavors. 3, having a calm mind even in pressurized situation. Many years ago, I was attending a friend's event in their native place. And during the event, my friend asked me if I could drop a few of the guests to the city, which was about 40 kilometers away from the venue. I took his uncle's car, an 8-seater car, and about 8 people got in the car, 5 ladies and 3 men. And I was cruising at 100, 120 kilometers per hour on the state highway. And at one point, I realized the brakes ceased to work. I was having 9 people, including me, in the car, cruising at a high speed, and it is reasonable for a person to have panicked and scared the others in the car, or maybe acted impulsive and done something which could have been injurious or fatal. But I stayed calm. I didn't tell anybody what was happening. I continued driving. I overtook some of the vehicles which were slow in front of me, and then I dipped the clutch multiple times to slow the vehicle, and then when it was slower, I used the handbrake and stopped the vehicle. I learned how to be calm in difficult situations when I played the game. My sport taught me that even in a tensed game, we've got to stay calm and play the game. Having learned that helped me to save 9 people's life in that instance. 4, self-image. Self-image is a good preparation for success. Before I play any game, I visualize the game in my head a couple of times. The tackles, scoring the goal, making good passes. And that helps me to build good self-image. And a good self-image brings good confidence out of me. And this confidence helps me to operate or perform my endeavors at workplace or in my personal life in a good manner and a successful manner. 5, hard work. Practice is important. In fact, the science of repetition truly works magic on the ground. It's like how Bruce Lee said, "I fear not the man who's practiced 1,000 skills once, but I fear the man who's practiced one skill 10,000 times." And I learned to do the hard work. In my practice sessions, I would practice the penalty kicks and free kicks 100 times every practice sessions. And that gave me a very high win rate. I learned the appetite for hard work and where to put my hard work. And that gives me a new level of success at my workplace, and in fact, even in whatever endeavors I take. The next one, the importance of having a coach. No matter how great a player is, or how great a team of players are, every team will have a coach. My coach taught me more than football. We were playing cluster finals, and we were playing in the home ground of our opponents again, and it was the lunchtime in the school, so most of the students were out, and they were watching the match and cheering for the opponent team. So this brought the confidence of our team down. Yet, about 10 minutes before the final whistle, we had a free kick, and I scored the winning goal for my team. And while we were celebrating, 3 of my team players went towards the audience and made some funny gestures. My coach silently noticed this, and after the final whistle, when we all gathered up, my coach punished them, teaching us the importance of humility in times of glory, and how to celebrate and enjoy success respectfully. In my professional work and personal work, I learned that having a coach is important. My coach, Bob Proctor, and his team have great influence on my attitude towards success. The next is leadership. Many times, my coach gave me the option to be the captain of the team. And that was a big opportunity for me to practice or exercise my leadership skills. I had no scope of development in my class to have such an opportunity. So the opportunities that I got in my team was important for me to practice leadership. Leadership starts from personal practices. As a sportsman, we know that having personal good practices are important to be a good player on the field. Similarly, for one to be a good team player at workplace, one needs to have good personal ethic and diligence. I learned that from my sport. I learned how to work with good diligence and ethics. And the last, but most importantly, healthy lifestyle. Daily exercises and healthy eating habits. I think most of them look at daily exercises and healthy habits as an underrated thing, but this is what has kept me healthy and fit to this day. My favorite is stretches. You can do anywhere, anytime, and it keeps me flexible and healthy and fit. I'm one of those millions of people whose life has transformed positively because of involvement in sports. And the profound thing about all of this is, while I was thinking all those practice sessions, those games that I played, was for the sport and for my entertainment, but little did I know that the sport was preparing me for life. And I believe exposure to sports is very essential for a child at an early age. Children who are exposed to sports of any kind have grown up with better skills and better prepared for life. In fact, physical sports activities have the strong essence of building overall personality development. And study has shown if a child has not been exposed to sports in their early age, it's very rare for them to pick up a sport later in their life. And hence, I always believe that every child must be exposed to some or other sport in their early age. Now, I play football and a few other sports to this date. Horse riding is my new favorite. In fact, horse riding has taught me a lot more importance of core strength. And sport at this age for me is an escape from life or daily life. To help me de-stress myself, freshens my mind. In fact, when I play, all my focus is on the game. The whole world, the weight of my challenges are absent. It helps me to refresh completely, helps me to keep younger, healthier, and mentally tough. And sports has made this for me so lasting that I know for sure anyone who practices sports will have this essence of the appetite for life like it is cradle to grave. And my message to every individual is that they synchronize their progress and transformation with active participation in sports activities, because it truly is what it takes from cradle to grave. And I'd like to end my talk with a quote from Nike: "Life is a sport, make it count." Thank you.